When he was nearly 13, my brother Jem got his arm badly broken at the elbow. He was seldom self-conscious about his injury. When enough years had gone by to enable us to look back on them, we sometimes discussed the events leading to his accident. I maintain that the Yule started it all, but Jem, who was 4 years my senior, said it started long before that. He said it began the summer Dill came to us, when Dill first gave us the idea of making Boo Radley come out. I said that if he wanted to take a broad view of the thing, it really began with Andrew Jackson. We were far too old to settle an argument with a fist fight, so we consulted Atticus. Our father said we were both right. Maycomb was an old town, but it was a tired old town when I first knew it. In rainy weather, the streets turned to red slop. Grass grew on the sidewalks, the courthouse sagged in the square. Somehow, it was hotter than a black dog suffered on a summer's day. People moved slowly then. They ambled across the square, shuffled in and out of stores around it, took their time about everything. Jem and I passed the Radley house often. In that house lived Boo Radley. People said he existed, but Jem and I had never seen him. People said he went out at night when the moon was down and peeped in windows. Any stealthy small crimes committed in Maycomb were his work. Jem and I didn't dare to go near his house. We always ran by so we couldn't be caught by Boo. But one day, I dared Jem to go touch the house, knowing he was too scared to do it.
Go touch it.
I'm not gonna touch it.
I dare you to do it.
I'm not.
You're scared. You're scared. Go touch it.
I'm not scared.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
gonna go touch it. I'm not even scared.
Let's see.
After that, we went home feeling victorious. It was my first day of school. Jem condescended to take me to school the first day, a job usually done by one's parents, but Atticus had said Jem would be delighted to show me where my room was. I got into a fight with Walter Cunningham in the schoolyard, but when I was rubbing his nose in the dirt, Jem came by and told me to stop.
Don't fight people.
Oh, sorry.
Our daddy's a friend of your daddy's. Scout here, she's crazy. She won't fight you anymore, right, Scout?
Right.
One afternoon, as I raced by the Radley house, something caught my eye and caught it in such a way that I took a deep breath, a long look around, and went back. Some tinfoil was sticking in a knothole just above my eye level.
Someone left us a present in the tree.
Whoa.
Look.
Again?
It happened again.
After that, we played a game. Jem was Boo, of course, I was Mrs. Radley, and Dill was Mr. Radley. Atticus did not like her game, neither did Miss Maudie. Miss Maudie lived by us. She was very kind and was an adult I always trusted.
Tell me about Boo Radley. You know as much as I do, child.
One day, I walked into the backyard to find Jem and Dill deep in conversation.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Tell me what you're doing.
I'm writing a note to Boo Radley. We're going to Boo Radley's
We're not
house.
going
We
to
are
Boo
going.
Radley's house.
You're going to
No.
shut up or not come.
I'm not coming.
Okay. Don't tell Atticus.
Okay.
I want to go.
Be quiet, okay? What is that? Oh, Sarah. Oh my God.
Oh, my pants. My pants. I got stuck.
Oh my, your pants. Oh my gosh.
Don't tell Atticus about that. My pants.
Oh no, we have to go and get them.
After we ran, we saw Atticus and Calpurnia gathered with other adults.
What happened to your...
It's in a bet to Dill.
Oh my, why did you do
We were
that?
playing a card game, strip poker.
Dill, what did you do?
He lost strip poker, so I took his pants.
Listen, I don't want to hear poker again. Go to Dill's and get your pants back. What are you doing?
I gotta go get my pants back.
Okay.
We snuck back to the Radley house deep in the night, making sure not to wake anyone.
Go. Go get him.
After that, we stayed quiet about the incident and carried on with our lives. One day, we heard some commotion outside.
Oh my god, Miss Maudie's house is on fire.
Oh my. Oh my gosh, Miss Maudie, are you okay?
I never liked that thing anyway.
Why didn't you even like that house?
It was too big. Now I have more property for flowers.
Oh.
Miss Maudie's house was rebuilt just the way she wanted. Everything was normal again until...
Oh my gosh, Cal, that dog is crazy.
I'm gonna go get your father.
Now we gotta make sure that he's dead. See, your dad was the best shot.
Yeah, he was.
Wow.
We never knew old Atticus could shoot a gun. After that excitement, Atticus had to start doing more work things, so Calpurnia watched us while he was gone.
Okay, you're going to my church today because your daddy's out of town.
Okay.
Here we are, Scout. What is that doing here? What is a white doing at my black church? Now you stop that. She is Atticus's daughter.
We had a nice church service after that. A while later, we were walking by Miss DeBose's house when she decided to say something to us.
Your dad's a disgrace to this town.
What is this?
How dare you do that to my flowers? You have to go read to her.
I am not.
You have to.
I don't
right
want
now,
to.
Go.
Jem went and read to Miss DeBose every day, each day longer and longer, until eventually she died. Atticus said she had real courage.
Hi, Scout.
What are you doing here?
I'm just coming to stay with you guys. Oh.
Your aunt's coming to stay with us because I'm going to be busy this weekend.
Aunt Alexandra was very bossy, always telling me to be a lady and stop playing in the dirt. But I grew to accept that she had to watch us, so I just ignored her mean request. I don't want to be a lady.
Stop.
One day, Jem and I snuck out real late to see what Atticus was up to. We saw him surrounded by some guys at the jail. They were saying mean things to him, I think. I recognized one of them as Mr. Cunningham, so I went to go talk to him. I tried to make conversation, but he didn't seem to like it much. I asked him to say hi to Walter for me. Eventually, he said he would say hi for me. Then, the crowd was gone. We went home. Now, this trial that has taken up Atticus's time started.
This here is Tom. He was accused of raping Mayella.
Jem, Dill, and I snuck in to watch it with the rest of the town. In the case, a black man named Tom was accused of raping a girl named Mayella. We watched the case for a while. Atticus questioned Bob Yule and Mayella Yule. All of a sudden, Dill started crying and ran out. I followed him. Outside, a man offered him a drink.
I got you something to drink.
What is it?
Beer? Just kidding. Root beer.
Aw. Blood.
When we returned, we got to see Tom talk. Eventually, Atticus made his final closing argument. He was very good. At the end of his closing statement, Calpurnia came into the courtroom with news to deliver.
You're a kids are missing.
I've seen them up there all day.
What?
You can't stay here.
But Dad.
I guess you can since you already saw the rest of it.
Yeah.
We waited for what seemed like forever, but eventually it was time to see the verdict.
Tom was found guilty, guilty, guilty.
Tom was declared guilty? It wasn't fair. He was clearly innocent. After the trial, the town seemed to continue on normally. One day, Atticus told us about an experience he had. He was walking downtown and Bob Yule confronted him and spit on him. Atticus said he expected it. Besides that, the town was normal. Tom was in jail waiting, but one day he had enough. We were told he tried to run and escape, but he was shot 17 times and died. Atticus had to go tell Tom's wife. Dill told me later that he got to see Atticus tell Tom's wife. He needed a ride home from the water and happened to catch Atticus. Atticus said he would give him a ride, but he had to stay in the car for a minute. They went to Tom's home, and Dill saw Atticus and Calpurnia go inside Tom's home to tell his wife. After that, they came home.
Look at all this food that they brought us. It looks so good. I don't even know why they brought it.
It was Halloween time, and I got a big role in our school costume presentation. I got to be the ham. I showed my whole family my show before I went to the presentation. I messed up a little, but that's okay. On our way home from the show, Jem and I were attacked. Jem fell, and I tripped over him. It was dark, and I couldn't see well. Eventually, I saw Dill being carried by someone. I went home and told everyone what had happened. After my story, Atticus told me some news.
That's Boo. What? Hello, Boo.
I walked around with Boo and showed him our house. I was trying to be as polite as possible. At the end of the tour, he said he wanted me to walk him home. That was the last time I ever saw Boo Radley. On the way home, I thought about how I would tell Jen this in the morning.